Hello, my friend of shared destiny. There is a moment that determines the energy of a person's entire life that we often unintentionally forget. It is not when you have fallen deep into a dream. It is also not when the alarm rings tomorrow morning. It is, right now, the precarious, silent moment just before you let yourself go into the unconscious. Try observing yourself in this darkness, even though your body is lying still on the mattress. Inside, is your nervous system still standing? Is your jaw still slightly clenched? Your stomach still tight? And your mind still silently vigilant? That is exactly why many people sleep for a full 8 hours, yet when they wake up, their bodies are as heavy as if they had never rested. Meditation masters of old did not try to control sleep itself. They poured all their attention into this tiny gate. Because they understood a secret, what you carry into this final moment will determine whether tonight your body is merely existing or truly healing. Why do you sleep but not heal? We often mistakenly believe that simply closing our eyes and letting the night pull us away constitutes rest. But your body is much more honest than you think. Try listening to your body right now. Is your breath still very shallow, stopping only at your chest? Are your teeth unconsciously grinding slightly together? And the abdominal area, the emotional center of the body, is it tightening and stiff instead of rising and falling softly? Even though you have lain down, a deep part of the mind is still holding on to unfinished work and tomorrow's worries. You are lying there, but the nervous system is still standing guard. This is the most important truth that both medicine and meditation agree upon. Sleep does not equal healing. The healing and regeneration of cells do not naturally occur just because you close your eyes. It is triggered if and only if the nervous system receives a clear signal. We are safe. Without that signal, no matter how deeply you sleep, the body still operates covertly in fight or flight mode. It still secretes stress hormones instead of recovery hormones. A body that falls asleep without the nervous system letting go doesn't regenerate. It only survives. The wisdom of the monks. So how do we send that safety signal? Let us look at how monks face the night. In the silence of monasteries, monks never try to seek a deeper sleep or fuss with sleep quality tracking devices. Instead, they devote their full attention to observing a very subtle internal development, the moment when control stops. They observe, when does the sentry in the mind truly lay down its weapons? When does the body stop being vigilant toward the surroundings? They realized there is a very fragile gate located right on the boundary between awakening and dreaming. Most of us pass through this gate hurriedly, carrying both stress and worry into sleep. But if you know how to step through it with complete relaxation, nature's miraculous self-repair mechanism will be activated. Therefore, the 3-minute ritual we are about to practice is not a complex Qigong exercise. It is not a technique for you to try to fix your body. It is simply a signal sent to every cell, a gentle permission saying, not a technique to fix the body, but a signal that tells the body, you may repair now. Overview E. No pressure. Before we begin, I want you to completely relax all expectations. This 3-minute ritual is not a homework assignment that requires effort. It does not demand complex techniques like meditation, and you do not need to try to believe in anything strange. It is designed to be so minimalist that you can perform it even when you are most exhausted. The only key here is repetition. Do not worry whether you are doing it correctly or not. As long as you allow yourself to do it every night, the body will automatically remember this language of relaxation. Consider this simply a gentle good night wish you give to yourself. Minute 1. Sending the safety signal. We begin with the first minute, sending the signal of safety. Right now, if you haven't lain down, allow your body to fully let go onto the mattress. Let your phone stay out of reach, dim the lights, or turn them off completely. The world out there has closed behind the door. Now there is only you and this peace. Gently place one hand on your abdomen. Feel that contact. Feel the warmth from your palm, spreading through your clothing. This is the most primitive gesture of soothing. Just as a mother places her hand on her child's stomach to reassure them, you are speaking to your body in a wordless language. I am here. I am listening to you. Now, direct your attention to the rising and falling movement of the breath right under that hand. And here is the most important rule. Absolutely do not interfere. You do not need to try to breathe deeply. No need to force the stomach to expand or contract. Do not try to be someone who breathes with correct technique at this time. If the breath is short, let it be short. If it is shallow, let it be shallow. Respect the natural rhythm that is occurring. All day long, you have had to strain to control everything: work, emotions, the gaze of others. But at this very moment, when you allow the breath to be free, unjudged, and uncorrected, your nervous system receives a golden signal. There is no threat here. I no longer need to defend. That simple acceptance is the key. As soon as you stop the effort to control your breath, internal pressure begins to quietly dissipate right under your palm. Minute 2. Letting go of control. We move to the second minute, completely letting go of control. Keeping your hand on your stomach, I now invite you to make a very small change that carries immense healing power. Let the inhalation happen naturally, like waves reaching the shore. Do not try to inhale deeply. But when exhaling, let the breath drift away very slowly, very long, a bit longer than the inhalation. Imagine your exhalation is as light and smooth as a falling feather, with no beginning and no end. Why do we focus on the long exhalation? Because in biological mechanisms, a long exhalation is the switch that activates the vagus nerve. This is the nerve responsible for shifting the body from combat mode to repair mode. You do not need to command your body to relax. You only need to exhale very long, and the body will understand. It is time to rest. As you maintain this smooth breathing rhythm, observe the subtle changes occurring. Do you feel your stiff shoulders suddenly drop, heavy against the mattress? Do you see your jaw release and your facial muscles soften? And under your hand, the abdominal area seems to be warming up, soft and undulating gently. That is the sign of letting go. Not a letting go of the will, but a letting go of the cells. Healing begins when the body stops being watched. Minute 3. Doing nothing. And now we enter the third minute. The most precious minute, but also the most delicate challenge: non-action. Doing absolutely nothing. Gently let go of even the attention on the breath. You do not need to count the rhythm. You do not need to try to lengthen the exhalation anymore. Return the breath to nature. If it wants to be short, let it be short. If it wants to be smooth or rough, just leave it be. This is when you completely withdraw the role of the supervisor. Do not silently ask yourself, am I about to sleep yet? Will this be effective? Constantly guarding the door of sleep is the very reason that door stays tightly shut. Imagine you are lying on a small boat drifting in the middle of a calm river, and now is the time to put the oars away. You do not need to steer. You do not need direction. You absolutely trust that the water knows how to support and bring the boat to the peaceful dock. Your body possesses an ancient wisdom much deeper than your consciousness. It knows exactly which cell needs repair, which nerve needs soothing. Your job now is simply to step back, yielding the entire space for that wisdom to operate. No seeking results. No waiting for sleep. Merely silent presence and relaxation. The most subtle detail. Letting down the day. We come to the most subtle detail. A small internal gesture that is the key determining whether the door of healing opens or not. Before you even place your hand on your stomach, before you even close your eyes, there is a mental action that needs to take place. It is the declaration of stopping work. Most of us go to sleep, but still carry the identity of a problem solver. Though the body lies still, the mind is silently running scenarios for tomorrow. Tonight, try performing this inner ritual. Imagine you are standing at the threshold of sleep, and you gently take off that armor. Say to yourself a powerful affirmation. For the next hours, I have nothing to resolve. Let this sentence soak deep into every brain cell. It means the world out there will still turn without you needing to use force for the next 7 hours. All problems, all responsibilities, all roles, parent, boss, or employee, are all allowed to pause outside the bedroom door. This is not a rejection of responsibility. It is wisdom. You cannot solve problems with an exhausted brain. You need to disconnect completely to recharge. Handing control to the unconscious. And now, we come to the final step of letting go, handing control back to the night. Many of us have a subtle psychological habit of trying to catch the moment we fall into sleep. You lie there, but a part of the mind still has its eyes wide open to keep watch. But the sharp recognition of consciousness and deep sleep are like light and shadow. They cannot coexist at the same time. As long as you keep a part of consciousness to stand guard, sleep must hesitantly wait outside the door. Accept this truth. You will never know exactly when you sleep. And that is perfectly fine. You do not need to stay to verify the results. The task of the gatekeeper is done. Trustfully hand the key back to the body. Imagine you are holding a flashlight shining into the night. To merge yourself fully with the night, you must turn that light off. Turn off the curiosity. Turn off the need to know. Turn off the final effort to maintain alertness. Gently step back behind the stage and let the velvet curtain close. Deep sleep begins when awareness gently steps aside. Subtle and long-term changes. My dear friend, when you patiently sow this seed of relaxation every night, do not expect a miracle to happen immediately the next morning. But if you maintain it as a sacred ritual, subtle changes will begin to sprout in your life. The first sign may be the feeling when you wake up. Instead of feeling heavy, you will see a lightness permeating the body, a clarity like the sky after rain. The second sign lies in the breath. You will notice your daytime breathing capacity seems wider, and most importantly, your reaction to fluctuations will slow down. A peaceful silence appears between stimulus and response. However, remember this: healing is not linear. There will be nights when the mind is noisy despite doing everything right. Do not blame yourself. The human body is like the weather. There are sunny days and stormy days. Our job is not to force the sky to always be sunny, but to learn how to calmly take shelter from the rain. My dear friend, before my words close to give way completely to silence, carry this final truth into your dreams. We often mistakenly think healing is an effort that must be performed. But no, healing is not an action. Healing is a climate. You cannot use will to force a tree to grow faster. You can only create warm soil, healthy water, and gentle light, and then the tree will stretch itself in its own way. Your body is the same. This 3-minute ritual is how you create that temperate climate, an internal environment with no pressure and no judgment, so the seeds of recovery naturally flourish in the night. To anchor this safety signal deep into your subconscious, write down tonight's healing commitment. I let my body repair itself. Now, let go of even these words. There is nothing left to do. Good night.